Welcome to another Team Salt Circus match. Today we see Floowandereeze versus Punk Therion. To start off, we're going to see Punk Therion activating Ogre Dance here, getting out the Xiamen. Xiamen effect's going to pay 600. And then getting the Deer Note out. Or adding the Deer Note to hand, I should say. Deer Note's effect's going to activate here, sending the Foxy and then Synchro Summoning off into the Pepega Ruler. And then Pepega Ruler 1, Deer Note 2 to summon out. Going to summon out the Ogre Dance, making the rank 8 possible. We see a Veiler, a Ashe, a Duke, as well as the Argonaut system. Duke effect is going to activate, targeting the Lily that was also sent. Then effect is going to search for the Discoliseum here. Applying the Discoliseum to search for the Regulus, I believe. Seems like that's the play to me, which, yeah, that's what we're doing. Right in the Regulus here. Going to activate Regulus, targeting the Lily. We're going to Exceed into the Vampire, and then Vampire effects going to activate, hitting a Robina, a Town, and a Map, and a Pot of Prosperity, which is a Bling Bling. We see 2 Extravagances, a Harpies, as well as a Coliseum. We see Robina, being taken here. Oh, it just stays in the graveyard, I guess. Or sits sent. I don't really know what's going on there. So here we pass his turn, and Product Prosperity, or just Duality is going to activate here, getting, I believe that is a Advent, a Book of Moon, and an Eaglin. We see him adding Book of Moon here. Royal with the Bling. Going to activate Terraforming to search for the map. We see Book of Moon going to be activated. It's going to get negated here. And we see a normal summon of Toucan. Toucan is going to activate. We do see an Ashe in the hand. Normal summoning the... We see Todd looking in the graveyard here. And then a Call by the Grave. On the Robina. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so you can negate Robina's effect by Call, but I never thought I'd see that happen. Okay. Just reading over, that's how that works. That doesn't really happen to Royal at all. I never thought you'd want to banish a Floowandereeze monster, but I guess, if it negates the normal summon, then it's a go. That looks like it's going to end the turn for Royal here. And then Todd's going to draw. Just looking at the graveyard here, you see him trying to look for a Pepega Ruler if he gets something out. We see him activate Vampire, milling 3 again, or 4. Going to get missed, getting a negate on board, really good. Here we see the able to, and this Royal just groups it up. It's going to be an OTK. I guess not OTK. It's going to be enough for a game there. So we just see going into game 2 here. I never thought I'd ever see a Floowandereeze monster get called by the graves, but I guess there's not much you can do when it gets milled. The zombie vampire here. We do see the trap in the main deck, so from Floowandereeze side over here, which is definitely an interesting play. Maybe cutting out on a hand trap instead, or we do see him playing the Book of Moon. We know he plays it at 3. And I believe that's 7 cards that we see Punk Therion siding in here. We do love that Spellground as well. But Floowandereeze is repping the Flu everything. Flu extra deck sleeves, Flu main deck sleeves, OG black Yugioh sleeves for the extra deck. We see Map being activated here, getting revealing Eaglin, banishing the Robina, Eaglin effect normal summon, and then going to get Eaglin Chainlink 1, Robina Chainlink 2, getting out the Apex Avion, which is interesting here. We see the normal summon of the Robina off of it, that's a Chained Veiler, and then normal summoning right into the M-Pen. That's why he had M-Pen in hand. Okay, so M-Pen 1, Eaglin 2. Now getting that additional normal summon off the map is quite important here. Getting the wins from the M-Pen. Playing the wins, then getting duality here to add the rise. Adding the advent, I believe. And we do see an Ash in his hand as well, so we do know 2 sets, which is most likely going to be the advent as well as a trap, because he didn't add the trap, so we know he has it. Going to activate the trap here, normal summon the Eaglin he had in hand. Getting the Rabina's Chainlink 2. He adds the Apex Avion here. I thought he added that already, but I guess not. And then he's going to chain the E-Telly here. He's going to respond with Ash. Okay. I see how this is going. Getting out the barrier statue in his hand. And then is he going to immediately normal summon? And immediately normal summon the barrier statue. You know, not even going for the negate. He's going straight up for the statue here. And then activating Advent, banishing the Eaglin here. Getting the Stree in hand. And then gaining the 500 life points. We're going to activate this Coliseum over on Punk Therion's side, getting out adding Lily to hand. Activating Charge, you know, I believe that's... Unfortunately, we can't see the graveyard. That's kind of unfortunate in this game. So we can't see what he discarded. He put in the Duke to graveyard. Lily's going to target the Duke. You know, it being a wind is insane. You're able to get the beat over the barrier statue as well as to get actual effects. Being able to special summon it is it's a huge plus here. We see the Lily attack into the barrier statue. We see another E-Telly. Yeah, so he activates E-Telly here. Just thinking on what his target's going to be. He does get out the Xiamen here. Then Xiamen's going to be able to attack into the little bird. And then what else are we seeing here? We see Floowandereeze reading the Coliseum. Just making sure that card does have a lot of effects, so it's quite useful. I believe that is a link, maybe, perhaps. Let's just see. It's a 4 and a 3 here, so I guess I think no, Lily's not a 4. Lily's a 5, or maybe it's more than a 5. I'm not quite sure. So here we see, I believe that's Calamities being summoned out. We see I think that's the bounce guy in the Punk Therion's hand. Just checking out the Lily levels, I guess. Actually, that might be the Punk Synchro. I'm not too sure with that one. That one's a new card for me. Let me know the levels checked out, because Royal there checked it out. It bounces back a card to hand. We see the water scissor thingy. The Therion summon out the Duke, which I believe is a bounce, and then passes his turn over here. We see map effect going to activate. And then we're going to activate the effect of the Therion to bounce the map back to hand. We see normal summon of Stree going to activate both of the banished Floowandereeze to add back to hand. And then with Wind's going to tribute off the Synchro monster to get M-Pen on the field. You know, that Wind's being very important, as well as activating the trap in the graveyard to flip the monsters face down. You see a normal summon of Elin here. Can search for another M-Pen, as well as being able to tribute, because Wind is not once per turn at all. Kind of broken. Getting out or adding the Advents to hand. Ask what's known. There's a Robina as well as, and that's just going to be game. So moving on to game 3, we do see that Winds is definitely the MVP there. I'm glad that the Penguins are able to take it down, but game 3 is not going to be easy. I mean, I don't really 100% know that Floowandereeze has enough to side in for the. I mean, we do see evenlies. We do see there can only not there can only one. We do see that there's going to be evenlies as well as Dark Ruler No Mores. So we see six cards siding in here, as well as 2 extras. I assume, yeah, the traps are coming out. Call by the Graves coming out. Apex. The barrier statue is coming out as well. All these cards that aren't good going a second. Having the barrier statue, as a follow-up, or even, playing during your own turn could be good if you could break the board. But if you can't break the board, what kind of good are those cards anyways? So we just see some cutting and passing it over. So I believe that we both all think that, Punk Therion is going to start off with a E-Telly here. Let's see if it gets responded with an Ash. That's fair trade, and that's just a pass. Not a great hand, I guess, from Punk Therion. We do see Robina in the hand. Normal summon the Robina. That's 2 Robinas. Having Wind as well. That's really good for the player. Putting 2 back. Stopping that Robina is really crucial. The Yaman effect goes to normal summon here. I'm going to pay 600 to add the Ogre Dance. When you're in a simplified game state and you have 1 normal summon, Robina getting Veilered here is really important. The Pega Ruler here is going to mill 5. We're going to special summon the Ogre Dance. We do see Regulus, Gamma, Foxy, Ash, and that's Therion charge. Foxy is going to be added to hand here. Off the Pega Ruler. We're then going to be able to overlay into the Zombie Vampire. We're going to activate to mill 3. We see evenly matched Dark Ruler No More, or mill 4. The Winds as well as the map. We see Ash Blossom, Regulus, Gamma, and the Duke. Regulus getting special summoned here, pretty great. We do like seeing that, Dark Ruler as well as evenly are gone. That's 2 copies, as well as the 1 map and the trap. The trap will now be live if he tribute summons a Wind Beast, flipping all the monsters face down. I'm going to activate Harpies here, getting rid of that Wind, which is also really good because he doesn't want his own monsters to be tributed. So here we're going to activate a Pot of Prosperity with the Bling. Doesn't really matter what he banishes here. Just banishes 6. Zeus is also on the field, so that's going to be an issue. And Regulus is going to negate that. Not even wanting to give him the opportunity to see those cards that he could be negating. See Eaglin, and then that's time. So yeah, that is just too much for Floowandereeze. We see Punk Therion taking the win there. And yeah, GG's. See you in the next one.